Good morning. We're going to tie with one of our new Trout Spey brushes. Trying to make it easy for everyone. This has got 4 or 5 different materials in there so that this can be one and done. So let's take a look at how quick this can be. Start my thread, just like I always do. Lay down my thread base, like you always should. This is going to keep that fly from spinning or coming off the backside of that shank on you. This is a really important step. A lot of guys skip this. Always throw a whip finish in between your various layers there. I'll take a little snip, braided Dacron. Make sure you've got about an inch back so that you can trade out your hooks. Always go about 2/3 of the way up. Right back, lock it in and down. Make sure you're kind of holding that in the right position you want it to be. Back forward, and before you get to the end, come up over that, lock into the bend. Wrap it back down, all the way back, whip finish, just like that. I really like to lay down a small layer of glue here. I use UV, it's nice and quick. I like the thin stuff, it soaks into the threads better. This locks everything down. It's an unnecessary step here, but I like to add in. This is Vivis Iris, and it just gives a little bit of flash in the body, kind of covers up the black. I don't know, just makes it look a little nicer. It's certainly not necessary. Doesn't help with catching fish necessarily, but it does look nicer. Make sure it's all kind of covered up. It's just a little extra sparkle. Obviously, rotational vise, very valuable, quick tying. I also love this Norvise auto bobbin. All right, lock that down. Take the brush. I like to push kind of just underneath that bead. It's going to help hold that bead in the right spot on this fly. I don't know, right around 1/4 of an inch, maybe a little bit less. Now, here's the key. We want to make sure that we get as many flies out of this brush as we can, and one of the ways that we do that is gluing at this step. And the reason that helps is it keeps it from rotating around the shank as I'm tying around. It allows me to be very precise. I use UV glue because then it doesn't get all over the fibers. I'm going to tease this back out a little bit. It's really one full turn there. I'm going to tie this off. That's all it needs. One turn. Try to get between those fibers as best you can. Before I lock that off too much, kind of tease out of both sides of that. And I kind of pinch and twist that wire because I've glued it in. It's nice and tight. I can pinch and twist it. It's going to make it nice and even, but it's going to really save me a lot at the end of the day. Okay, I'm going to come in, make sure I'm nipping the wire and not my thread. Tie it off. Look at this. Really, a finished fly, one turn of the brush. All that's needed. Done. Certainly you can dress it some more. I like Lady Amherst. You could dub out the front. But when it comes to just tying up flies that are going to look good, removable in the water, have multiple layers, they're going to get down fast. The less material you use, the better. It doesn't have to kick all the air bubbles out for it to sink, and it's easier to shed water when you turn it over and go to toss that thing back out, get back in front of your fish. Hope this helped a little.